Naomi Suzanne from Naomi's Home Health, teaching you to live a cleaner lifestyle in order to heal some of those nasty symptoms that you may have going on in your body. So it's really, really important to reduce the chemicals in your home, in your life, because it affects your gut health, it affects your liver, your brain, children's behavior. That's in the form of toxins from our cleaning products, our beauty products, our tap water, our food. So I wanted to show you how to make 2 simple products that I use all the time, that your kids can make these. A foaming hand soap and some window cleaner. Now, I know you may not touch your window cleaner or anything like that, but just inhaling it, having it in the home is toxic to your body. So hand soap, how often do we use that? All the time. People don't take into account all the things that we're putting on our body every day. And I have, a lot of people say to me, I don't really use chemicals. So when you think about what you wash your dishes in, what you wash, the dishwasher washes them in, all residue, it doesn't matter if you rinse it off, it's still a chemical that's in your life. What you spray your bench tops with, what you wash your hair with, your makeup, your deodorant, your perfume, your air fresheners, your candles, your incense, everything counts. Our clothes have chemicals on them when we buy them. Hi Sharon, how are you? So it's really, really important to stop using all these chemicals, and it's so much cheaper. So I buy a big bottle of Castile soap. This is used for so many products in my house. I buy my dishwashing liquid from doTERRA. I buy spray bottles. I buy all sorts of things. So I get this is from Vitalia. So if you go onto their website, they're in Australia, and put Naomi Rocks in the discount code, they'll give you 5% off. But I get my foaming soap bottles. You can use one that you've got from the supermarket and it's empty. You can keep those things. I'm big on recycling. So I'm going to show you how to make the foaming hand soap first, because it's really, really simple. So I get some of the Castile soap and I just, fill it to about 1/4 full. This will not dry your hands out. When you wash your hands, like I used to work in childcare, and you wash your hands all day and you come home, they're all cracked and dry. It's awful. This is really hydrating. So I've got here fractionated coconut oil. I use doTERRA. You can use whatever you want. It's just liquid coconut oil. It means it's had the lauric acid taken out of it, the fat. And I give it a good squeeze. Sometimes I put aloe vera gel in there, also really good for the skin. And then I put some essential oils, whatever you choose. I've got lemon here at the moment because that's what I had on hand. 15 drops of that. Sometimes eucalyptus is really nice, or a blend. Litsi, I love that. I don't even know how many drops went in there. And then I'm going to fill it not all the way to the top, because I've got this big piece here that's going to go into it. And that is literally how you make a foaming hand soap. Like, what was that? A couple of seconds. And it comes out like this. Very, very nice. Really, really good for you. So that's the foaming hand soap. Really simple. Now I've got here a big spray bottle. I use glass because less plastic is always better. I'm going to put 1/2 cup of vinegar. I don't measure things very well. And then I'm going to put, where's my little, a tablespoon. This is 1/2 tablespoon measurement. Oh, this is the worst. A tablespoon. This is just dishwashing liquid. You can use Castile soap, but please non-toxic dishwashing liquid, not that bright green crap that you get from the supermarket. I think you can, like, supermarkets are starting to do some better versions of dishwashing liquid. But remember, what you wash your dishes in, what it goes into your body. And then about 1.5 cups of filtered water. Don't forget the essential oils. I use lemon because lemon is like a degreaser, and it really helps mixed with the vinegar to get any sort of scum or anything off your windows. If you've got a dog like me that licks your back window, this is why I'm making this, because I've got to clean the windows because the dog. About 12 drops of lemon oil. And then that is a really simple window cleaner. That's it. So those two products, I've been on here for a couple of minutes. I've saved myself a fortune. I mean, if you want to use any spray bottles that are empty that you've used with other products, go for it. You don't have to buy glass bottles, but I just like them. I've also got on here, my sister-in-law gave me these. They're like little chalkboard stickers that you put on your bottles, and you can write with chalk, or you know that they're paint pens like Posca. You can write on there what it is: window cleaner, all-purpose cleaner, bathroom cleaner. But everything in this house I try and do as non-toxic as possible, because it affects the liver. Our livers are so overburdened because of what we take on every day. Processed food is normalized as food this day and age. So we've got a lot of crap going through our bodies without adding any of the other chemicals to it. So for me, I get really upset when people talk about processed food as food, because, you know I got a bit attacked by some dietitians on one of the posts that was on somebody else's page, because it is promoted as food in this country. Cereal is full of sugar. It's not something that you should be having for fiber. If you want fiber, eat fruit and vegetables. Best thing ever. But cereal is full of sugar. It's processed to as much as you can, and it's got preservatives in it. You don't want to start your day with that shit in your body. You want to start your day with some fruit, some clean water, filtered water. I only ever use filtered water. You don't want to start your day with highly sugared processed food, so your blood sugar goes right up, and then you have a really major drop later. So if you're losing energy throughout the day, or you're having a bit of brain fog, you can't focus and concentrate, it's because you're having cereal in the morning. So the best things that you can eat in the morning is fruit. Vegetables as well, have a salad, whatever. But we've been conditioned to think that processed food and cereal is food that we should sustain off. They're empty calories. They don't sustain you long enough. And I worked it with children for 20 years, and watching the more processed food that came into their life, the more food sensitivities there were, the more the lack of concentration that they had, the more skin allergies there were, behavioral issues. Food plays a big role. So making your own food, making your own stuff like this, like people tell me they don't have time. I'm a single mum with full-time work. I still manage, like, what was that, couple of seconds? Sometimes you don't feel like doing it, I know that, but it takes you next to no time, and it saves you money. And I know that I watch people at the supermarket piling cleaning products into their trolleys, and it's costing them a fortune. My trolley is full of good food. Like, there is processed food in there, but most of it, I read everything, and I don't, if I don't understand what's on the back of it, I don't eat it. Like, we don't have big words on our ingredients. Processed food in our house is like gluten-free pasta, or maybe some rice crackers. Minimal processing, minimal preservatives, minimal crap in it, no sugar, none of that. You can get some good food now that has, like, your date balls and things. You can get some things like that are processed food, but they have better ingredients in them. So always work towards better. And that is going to help your skin, your memory, your brain, your focus, your concentration, your everything, every function, your heart, your lungs, your liver, your gut. Our gut health is so poor because we are killing it off with toxins and preservatives and alcohol and all of those things. So this is why I emphasize the fact that we should be using non-toxic products, natural products. Like, my face of makeup today is just all non-toxic. You can get it. Like, you don't have to go out tomorrow and buy your whole makeup kit. But when you run out of foundation, buy one that's non-toxic. When you run out of deodorant, buy one that's non-toxic. But when you're putting chemicals on your children, like the sunscreen, Vicks Vapor Rub, Johnson's baby powder, all of these things, you're raising them with chemicals going through their lymphatic system into their liver, and when they get to teenagers or adults and they're trying to have children, their reproductive system isn't working properly because their liver is overburdened. You know, it's a vicious cycle, and we can, if we start them young, which is what I've done with my kids don't wear deodorant. They are the only children that I know that are 12 and 16 that don't wear deodorant, and I firmly believe it's because we don't use chemicals in the home, and so they don't produce this odor that they don't smell. They honestly, like I have a 12-year-old son, like he doesn't have BO under his arms, and I totally believe it's because of they've been raised to not use chemicals. You know, we don't use pharmaceuticals in the house. If we had to, we would, don't get me wrong, but there is plenty of pharmaceuticals that we are conditioned to use that we don't need to. Panadol when we don't need to. We use essential oils, things like that. We use turmeric, we use ginger, we use all sorts of things. You do not need to constantly run to the doctor. Cold and flu tablets, biggest scam ever. You do not need to go and get a cold and flu tablet. What it does, it hinders your body to repair itself and fight the flu. You're better off, you know, adding some natural remedies like honey, lemon, ginger, whatever it is that you use, that your grandparents used, use that because it works. You will be sick a lot less, and the duration will be minimal. Instead of going for a week or 2 weeks, you will find that you will recover a lot better if you use better products. But running out to a pharmacy every time you get a little scratch, oh, I need some antiseptic, oh, I've got a rash. You can use aloe vera, you can use anything like propolis cream. That's what we use in this house. Natural based products, and they work quickly, effectively, and we're not wrecking our gut bacteria by doing it. So if you have any questions about reducing your toxins, that's one of my areas of expertise. I can help you with that. Drop it in the comments if you need. God, why do I keep hitting that? Drop it in the comments if you need to ask any questions. I'm happy to help you, and it's my passion. I want people, particularly children, to grow up healthier. Like, I want people to have health and wellness for a lot longer than we are currently having, and kids especially. Like I said to you, I worked with kids for 20 years and I watched their health just decline, and the amount of children that we were feeding that just had allergies and skin irritations, behavioral issues. Over 20 years, there is a big difference. So it means something, and the immune system of children is so low now. So we want to try and help our kids. I mean, you might not have children, but if you do, let's start now, because it's really, really important.